Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of, hold on man, let me push this button right here. Another episode of Double D's Quickie Reviews for me and you. Now, as you can see, we're back up in the Room of Doom. Because frankly, I could not get good lighting down in the Cave of Dave for close-ups. I need a better camera for that or something, but this is kind of the best I can do up here. Yeah, I can't really afford to buy a new camera. Things are kind of tight at the moment. See if I can bring this thing in. Oh, there we go. But, you know, we'll make do with what we got. Just trying to make sure everything's balanced here. There we go. Today, let's just jump right into it. Where the heck did they go? I dropped the box earlier. We'll start off with a newbie. Now, I love old comic books. The stories were better. They were more fun. You know what I mean? Nothing so depressing. Anyways, when I saw this, I just had to get it. And boom. I know I don't usually buy new figures much anymore, but this is one character I made an exception. Oh man, my tripod's a little tight. There we go. Dang it, I tightened it too much. Okay. Anyways, it's the ROM Space Knight comic accessory. What's it called? Marvel Legends series. Okay, we're not going to be too much into that. The other ones in the series are Banshee. I like that, though I can't afford that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Ultimate Miles Morales. I liked that character. Ultimate Iron Man. You know, I love getting Iron Man armor, but too much. Adam Warlock and Draken as Wolverine. He's Wolverine's son. I won't go into that. Okay, over here it says ROM. First issue, 40 cents, December. In ROM 1, the Space Knight ROM tracks the Vile Dire Wraths, which is, you know, goes into, I don't know how to describe what the Dire Wraths are. So I won't. Across the cosmos, it rises on Earth to continue his pledge to defeat them. Cool. As you can see from looking at the front, check my battery, still good. He does come with he looks kind of clunky, but that was the whole, I want to say anesthetic, but I'm pretty sure I'm saying, it came out in 1979. That's when ROM first came. I, of course, didn't read it then because I was only 3. But, you know, this type of comic book always ended up in the quarter bin. Well, not the first issue, but a lot of the other ones. I mean, as I said, he has that sort of clunky look, though his hands are, he's supposed to just have like a palm and a thumb. Hopefully they didn't give him fingers. So the hands look like they might have fingers. That would suck. And of course, big clunky space guns. He was and it comes with a little comic accessory. I don't know if it's probably just the front cover. We'll find out in a minute. But the look of a clunky robot was very popular then. So what do you say we get him open and take a look? Let's see. I hate these Marvel Legends carded ones because the other part of the plastic is under this. I know it stops people from swiping them, but it also makes it harder to get in without making a huge mess or cutting yourself. Again, I'm sure that's security. Those of us who want to get it open, we gotta get all surgical on it. What you're thinking, that's not very surgical, but that's okay. I used to keep all of my card backs, so now I just scan them into my computer and get rid of them so I can have more. Not toting around with much stuff. Since I am trying to cut back on how much personal things I own. Oh. That part came off. From the Space Knight paper thing here. Of course, here's the piece of paper inside every Marvel Legends that says do not eat the pieces. Waste of paper. And the comic book, which is not actually a comic book. It actually is just a piece of plastic with a comic cover on it, even though I have seen small comic books printed size like this. Like, maybe I showed them in a previous video, I don't know. Let's see, how are these things held in? Yeah. Okay, here's one of those clunky space lasers. Pew 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 pew. Yeah. Another clunky space laser. And of course, a blast effect, though I don't ever use those. Two spare fists, which I probably will change out for whatever his hands are. Yeah. Look at the fists. Looks like, distinctly looks like fingers on there. They should not have any fingers. He should have clam hands, for lack of a better phrase. Toss that over there. And here we go. Let me raise that up. Now he's going to look really good next to the, oh crap, what's his name? Death's Head. He has standard articulation, though the big chunky chest piece does make that a little difficult. The arms are standard, the legs are standard. Legs are double jointed. Look at this backpack on his back. Made of a different material. Does not appear to come off without, well, you can probably pry it off, but then it's going to break. Still, jetpack. Swoosh. And of course the classic square head of Rom the Space Knight. What do you think? Pretty cool, eh? I also wanted to get the Crystar. Let me look at the feet. I know he's like monochrome. Monochrome, is that the word I want? Basically one color. Like the Silver Surfer, only with these red on the chest and the eyes, but still, and of course the jetpack. But they still add so much detail, and he feels so solid. I don't usually buy very many Marvel Legends because they don't feel very solid, but this one feels solid. I don't know how else to describe it. All in all, if you're a fan of old comic books, I do recommend this. He's got just the look of an old classic Roboto. To the Roboto, Mr. Roboto. Anyways, what time is it? 8:25. Okay. Well, that's not what time it is. That's how long my video's been going on at this point. I said these hands look more like, I probably will keep these hands after all, because they do look more like the clams they should be. You can still see some knuckles in there. And, oh, hold on a minute. You can kind of see it in the picture what they're supposed to look like. See, they're supposed to look like that. Yeah. Oops. No, Mr. Roboto. All in all, I give this one a, maybe I should start doing a rating system. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Speaking of comments, why not like, share, and subscribe? Huh? I mean, it doesn't do anything for you. In fact, it doesn't do anything for me either because I'm not monetized. But it makes me feel good. Don't you want me to feel good? Don't you? Don't you? Yeah, I wish I could afford a camera that would focus when I did that, but I don't. And my phone is crap. Barely charges anymore. All in all, cool figure. He's definitely going on the shelf. It's not going to be a box warmer. Anyways, what do you think? Is there a particular figure in this series that, floats your boat? I didn't think Adam Warlock first appeared in the Infinite Gauntlet. Maybe it's something else on there, I don't know. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you think, and y'all have a nice day. Double D out. Definitely going to give this like a 9. I don't know how to go any higher, but 10 just seems too perfect, and I never do. But this silver is gold.